Okay, good evening. My name is Tom McNamara. I'm the class of 1977 from Curtis High School. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Levinson for all the wonderful years he put in at Curtis High School. I remember him well as the baseball coach. I happened to be on the football team when Coach Barberry was retiring. And we'd like to take this time to thank him once again and enjoy his 90th birthday. Once again, Mr. Levinson, be well.
Hey Bert, this is Ken Gould. We know each other forever. How could I thank you? I want to thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. You were a big part of my life. I want to thank you for everything you've done in Staten Island. We have a lot of memories, but I think that if we go through all the memories, it'll be forever. But you have been made such a difference. You know how involved I am with Curtis. I'll be running the golf outing, and I know we're honoring you at the golf outing. It was my suggestion to do that, so that's how much I love you. So Bert, we all want to thank you so much for all the years you've been involved with us, what you have done for a lot of children, which is very important, and you touched so many lives on Staten Island. If anything I could do for you, please call me, but I'll be seeing you soon at the golf outing, giving you a special award. All right, thank you, Bert.
I'm Larry Liedy. I knew Mr. Levinson. I always had a problem. I respected him so much, I used to call him Mr. And then guys started calling him Bert. And I used to say, I'm going to stick to Mr. Levinson because I respect him so much. As I got older and closer with the man, I can call him Bert. Mr. Levinson, Bert Levinson, is a person, he's spunky. They all think like he's a great educator, also at sports, but as an educator, he helped kids so much at junior high 49. He saved that school. They were going to close it. Bert Levinson was going to retire from Curtis High School, and he got a knock on his door 2 weeks before he was going to retire. He told me this, and the man said, the chancellor, oh, what are you going to take? Bert says, you're going to take me out for lunch? We will do that, Bert, but I got to talk to you a second. About what? Well, just sit down and Mr. Levinson, Bertram Levinson, there's only one man that can save junior high 49. There's gangs down there, there's fighting, guns. We want you to be the principal of junior high 49. And he got a little upset. And he turns to him, he says, I want to retire. I did my time. They said, would you come to 49 and look at the situation? And he did. They talked him out of retiring. He became the principal, and he straightened it out because the Irish kids, the Italians, the blacks, I shouldn't say that, but the Spanish and the African American, they were fighting each other. There was stabbings. It was not good. He went to the toughest guy of the African American guys, the Spanish guys, the Irish guys. He got them all together like the movie Blackboard Jungle. That's what Clint Ford did. He got the toughest guys in each, from the black guys, the white guys, and they all mended, and Bert Levinson saved that school. They were going to close it. That's more impressive to me than what he did as a coach. He's a diamond in the cut field of stone. He's spunky. He's got charisma. He knew baseball. He had it all. He was very good to me and a lot of other people. And I'm just glad to know him, and he's still my friend. And he's 90 years old. It's his birthday. He's a diamond in the cut field of stone. Guys like Mr. Levinson don't come around too much in life. But he helped everybody. Anybody who was in trouble, he tried to help them, and he really did. I ain't talking anything out of order, lying, BSing. You can cut that if you want, but the man is unbelievable. And look at this, 90 years old. That's why they're here. 90 years old, they're here to honor this man at his birthday. It's incredible. So thank you very much for interviewing me. I appreciate it.
First Bert Levinson in 1956. We got a basketball game in West Brighton, PS 45. I was 14 years old at the time, the first time I met him. And our friendship has lasted for over 66 years. Many things have happened in those 66 years, from being a student of his, to being a player on his teams, to being the recipient of his goodwill and opening doors for me my whole life. What kind of doors? The doors to getting a full scholarship to college, getting my jobs after I graduated, getting a job. He opened the doors to teaching at Curtis, coaching baseball, basketball at Curtis. Teaching, coaching, basketball at Curtis. Almost every opportunity where I had a job, it was like, we used to kid about it, because I wasn't the only one, and many people benefited from what he had to say. We used to kid about it that he had a magic key. And that magic key could open doors for everybody. And that was his reputation, that things happened. And it took me a long time before I realized what that thing was about. What was the key? The key could be defined in one word: respect. Respect that people had for him in the community. And I'm talking not only in the athletic community, but also the educational community here on Staten Island. That people listened to what Bert had to say. And more often than not, whatever he suggested or recommended, brought up, they would go along with willingly, knowing and having the confidence of the reputation that he had.
Well, I got to know Bert back in the early 70s. I played basketball at Wagner High School with his son Michael, and spent many early evening in Bert's kitchen, meeting him and his lovely bride and his daughters. Mickey and I remained friends for life, and I rekindled my relationship with Bert maybe about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, meeting him at the gym, working out at the JCC. I'd see Bert there pretty regularly, and you know, it's tough not to be friends with Bert Levinson. And just the stories he tells about the athletes on Staten Island over the years, Jack Tracy, Frank Fernandez, on and on and on and on. Just listening to Bert's history of Staten Island sports was pretty cool.